Shabbat Shalom. Well, it is another warm summer day. Warm being the key word there. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stay outside and read the Torah portion today. Today's portion is called Shoftim, which means judges. It's from Deuteronomy 16, verse 18 through verse 21, chapter 21, verse 9, on page 204 of the scripture. Then we'll go to Isaiah 51, verse 12, to Isaiah 52, verse 12, on page 455. And then we'll jump back into 1 Peter, chapter 1, verses 3 through 13, on page 1183. So let's go ahead and get started. Deuteronomy 16, verse 18. Appoint judges and officers within all your gates, which Yahweh your Elohim is giving you, according to your tribes. And they shall judge the people with righteous right ruling. Do not distort right ruling. Do not show partiality, nor take a bribe, for a bribe blinds the eyes of the wise and twists the words of the righteous. Follow righteousness, righteousness alone, so that you live and inherit the land which Yahweh your Elohim is giving you. Do not plant for yourself any tree as an Asherah near the slaughter place of Yahweh your Elohim that you make for yourselves. And do not set up a pillar which Yahweh your Elohim hates. Do not slaughter to Yahweh your Elohim a bull or sheep which has any blemish, an evil matter, for that is an abomination to Yahweh your Elohim. When there is found in your midst, in any of your cities which Yahweh your Elohim is giving you, a man or a woman who does what is evil in the eyes of Yahweh your Elohim, in transgressing his covenant, and has gone and served other mighty ones and bowed down to them, or to the sun, or to the moon, or to any of the hosts of the heavens, which I have not commanded, and it has been known to you, and you have heard, and have searched diligently. Then see, if true, the matter is confirmed that such an abomination has been done in Israel, then you shall bring out to your gates that man or woman who has done this evil matter, and you shall stone to death that man or woman with stones. At the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall he that is to die be put to death. He is not put to death by the mouth of 1 witness. The hand of the witness shall be the first against him, to put him to death, and the hand of all the people last, so that you shall purge the evil from your midst. When any matter arises which is too hard for you to judge, between blood and blood, between plea and plea, or between stroke and stroke, matters of strife within your gates, then you shall rise and go up to the place which Yahweh your Elohim chooses, and shall come to the priests, the Levites, and to the judges, and to the judge who is in those days, and shall inquire. And they shall declare to you the word of right ruling. And you shall do according to the word which they declare to you from the place which Yahweh chooses. And you shall guard to do according to all that they instruct you. Do according to the Torah in which they teach you, according to the right ruling which they say to you. You do not turn to the right or to the left from the word which they declare to you. And the man who acts arrogantly, so as not to listen to the priest who stands to serve there before Yahweh your Elohim, or to the judge, that man shall die. So you shall purge the evil from Israel. And let all the people hear and fear, and no longer do arrogance. When you come to the land which Yahweh your Elohim is giving you, and shall possess it, and shall dwell in it, and you shall say, Let me set a sovereign over me like the nations that are around me. You shall certainly set a sovereign over you, whom Yahweh your Elohim shall choose. Set a sovereign over you from among your brothers. You are not allowed to set a foreigner over you who is not your brother. Only he is not to increase horses for himself, nor cause the people to return to Mitzrayim to increase horses. For Yahweh has said to you, do not return that way again. And he is not to increase wives for himself, lest his heart turn away. Nor is he to greatly increase silver or gold for himself. And it shall be, when he sits on the throne of his reign, that he shall write for himself a copy of this Torah in a book, from the one before the priests, the Levites. And it shall be with him, and he shall read it all the days of his life, so that he learns to fear Yahweh his Elohim, and guard all the words of the Torah and these laws to do them, so that his heart is not lifted up above his brothers, and so as not to turn aside from the commands right or left, so that he prolongs his days in his reign, he and his children in the midst of Israel. The priests of Levi, all the tribe of Levi, have no part nor inheritance with Israel. They are to eat the offerings of Yahweh made by fire, and his inheritance. But among his brothers, Levi has no inheritance. Yahweh is his inheritance, as he has spoken to him. And this is the priest's right from the people, and those who slaughter a slaughtering, whether it is bull or sheep, they shall give to the priest the shoulder and the 2 cheeks and the stomach, the first fruits of the grain, and your new wine and your oil, and the first of your fleece from your sheep you give him. For Yahweh your Elohim has chosen him out of all your tribes to stand to serve in the name of Yahweh, him and his sons forever. And when the Levites came from one of your gates, from where he has sojourned among all Israel, and shall come with all the desire of his being to the place where Yahweh chooses, then he shall serve in the name of Yahweh his Elohim, like all his brothers, the Levites, who are standing there before Yahweh. They are to have portion for portion to eat, besides what comes from the sale of his inheritance. When you come into the land which Yahweh your Elohim is giving you, do not learn to do according to the abominations of the nations. Let no one be found among you who makes his son or his daughter pass through the fire, or one who practices divination, or a user of magic, or one who interprets omens, or a sorcerer, or one who conjures spells, or a medium, or spiritist, or one who calls up the dead. For whoever does these is an abomination to Yahweh, and because of these abominations, Yahweh your Elohim drives them out from before you. Be perfect before Yahweh your Elohim, for these nations whom you are possessing do listen to those using magic and to diviners. But as for you, Yahweh your Elohim has not appointed such for you. Yahweh your Elohim shall rise up for you a prophet like me from your midst, from your brothers. Listen to him, according to all you asked of Yahweh your Elohim in Horeb on the day of the assembly, saying, let me not hear again the voice of Yahweh my Elohim, nor let me see his great fire any more, lest I die. And Yahweh said to me, what they have spoken is good, and I shall raise up for them a prophet like you out of the midst of their brothers. And I shall put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak to them all that I command him. And it shall be, the man who does not listen to my words which he speaks in my name, I require it of him. But the prophet who presumes to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or who speaks in the name other mighty ones, even that prophet shall die. And when you say in your heart, how do we know the word which Yahweh has not spoken? When the prophet speaks in the name of Yahweh, and the word is not, or comes not, that is the word which Yahweh has not spoken. The prophet has spoken it presumptuously. Do not be afraid of him. When Yahweh your Elohim cuts off the nations whose lands Yahweh your Elohim is giving you, and you dispossess them and dwell in the cities and in their houses, separate 3 cities for yourselves in the midst of the land which Yahweh your Elohim is giving you to possess. Prepare a way for yourself and divide into 3 parts the border of your land, which Yahweh your Elohim is giving you to inherit, that any manslayer shall flee there. And this matter of the manslayer who flees there and lives, he who strikes his neighbor unknowingly, not having hated him in the past, even he who goes to the forest with his neighbor to cut timber, and his hand swings a stroke with the axe to cut down the tree, and the head slips from the handle and strikes his neighbor so that he dies. Let him flee to one of these cities and live. Lest the Redeemer of blood, while his displeasure is hot, pursues the manslayer, and overtakes him, because the way is long, and shall strike his being, though he was not worthy of death, since he had not hated him before. Therefore I am commanding you, saying, separate 3 cities for yourself. And if Yahweh your Elohim enlarges your borders, as he swore to your fathers, and has given you the land which he promised to give to your fathers, then you guard all these commands to do it, which I am commanding you today, to love Yahweh your Elohim, to walk in his ways all the days. Then you shall add 3 more cities to yourselves besides these 3, so that innocent blood is not shed in the midst of your land, which Yahweh your Elohim is giving you as an inheritance, or blood guilt shall be upon you. But when anyone hates his neighbor, and shall lie in wait for him, and rise against him, and strike his being so that he dies, then he shall flee to one of these cities. And the elders of his city shall send and bring him from there, and give him into the hands of the Redeemer of blood, and he shall die. Your eye shall not pardon him, but you shall purge the blood of the innocent from Israel, so that it might be well with you. Do not remove your neighbor's boundaries, which those in the past have set. In your inheritance which you inherit in the land of Yahweh your Elohim is giving you to possess. 1 witness does not rise up against a man concerning any crookedness or any sin that he commits. At the mouth of 2 witnesses, or at the mouth of 3 witnesses, a matter is established. When a malicious witness rises up against any man to accuse him of turning aside, then both men who have the dispute shall stand before Yahweh, before the priests and the judges who serve in that day. And the judges shall diligently search and see if the witness is a false witness who has falsely accused his brother. Then you shall do to him as he thought to have done to his brother. Thus you shall purge the evil from your midst. And let the rest hear and fear, and never again do this evil matter in your midst. And let your eye not pardon. Life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. And when you go out to battle against your enemies, and shall see horses and chariots and people more numerous than you, do not be afraid of them. For Yahweh your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim, is with you. And it shall be when you draw near to the battle, that the priest shall come and speak to the people, and shall say to them, Hear, O Israel, you are drawing near today to battle with your enemies. Do not let your heart faint. Do not fear or tremble, or be afraid before them. For Yahweh your Elohim is he who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies, to save you. And the officers shall speak to the people, saying, Who is the man who has built a new house and has not dedicated it? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle and another man dedicate it. And who is the man who has planted a vineyard and has not begun to use it? Let him also go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle and another man should begin to use it. And who is the man who is engaged to a woman and has not taken her? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle and another man take her. And the officers shall speak further to the people and say, Who is the man who is afraid and tender-hearted? Let him go and return to his house, lest the heart of his brothers faint like his heart. And it shall be, when the officers have finished speaking to the people, that they shall appoint commanders of the divisions to lead the people. When you draw near to a city to fight against it, then you shall make a call for peace to it. And it shall be that if it accepts your call for peace, and shall open to you, then all the people found in it are to be your compulsory labor, and serve you. But if it does not make peace with you, you shall fight against you, then you shall besiege it. And Yahweh your Elohim shall give it into your hands, and you shall strike every male of it with the edge of the sword. Only the women and the little ones, the livestock, and all that is in the city, all its spoil, you take as plunder for yourself. And you shall eat the enemy's plunder, which Yahweh your Elohim gives you. Do so to all the cities which are very far from you, which are not of the cities of these nations. Only of the cities of these people, which Yahweh your Elohim gives you as an inheritance, do you not keep alive any that breathe. But you shall certainly put them under the ban, the Hittites, the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, as Yahweh your Elohim has commanded you, lest they teach you to do according to all their abominations which you have done for their mighty one, which they have done for their mighty ones, and you sin against Yahweh your Elohim. When you besiege a city for a long time by fighting against it to take it, you do not destroy its trees by wielding an axe against them. If you do eat of them, do not cut them down. For is the tree of the field a man to be besieged by you? Only the trees which you know are not trees for food do you destroy and cut down, to build siege works against the city that is fighting against you until it falls. When anyone is found slain, lying in the field, in the land which Yahweh your Elohim has given you to possess, and it is not known who struck him, then your elders and the judges shall go out, and they shall measure the distance from the slain man to the cities around about him. And it shall be that the elders of the city nearest to the slain man shall take a heifer which has not been worked, and which is not pulled with a yoke. And the elders of that city shall bring the heifer down to the wadi with flowing water, which is neither plowed nor sown, and they shall break the heifer's neck there in the wadi. And the priest, the sons of Levi, shall come near, for Yahweh your Elohim has chosen them to serve him and to bless in the name of Yahweh. And by their mouth every strife and every stroke is tried. And let all the elders of that city nearest to the slain man wash their hands over the heifer whose neck was broken in the wadi. And they shall answer and say, Our hands have not shed this blood, nor have our eyes seen it. O Yahweh, forgive your people Israel, whom you have ransomed, and do not allow innocent blood in the midst of your people Israel. And the blood guilt shall be pardoned to them. Thus you purge the guilt of innocent blood from the midst of you, do. Thus you purge the guilt of innocent blood from your midst when you do what is right in the eyes of Yahweh. And now we're going to move on to page 455 to Isaiah chapter 51, verse 12. And we'll read through 52, verse 12. I am he who comforts you. Who are you that you should be afraid of man that dies, and of the Son of Man who is made like grass? And you have forgotten Yahweh, your Maker, who stretched out the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth. And you continually fear all the day because of the rage of the oppressor, as he is prepared to destroy. And where is the rage of the oppressor? Bowed, he hastens to be loosened, that he should not die in the pit, and that his bread should not fail. But I am Yahweh your Elohim, stirring up the sea, and its waves roar. Yahweh of hosts is his name. And I have put my words in your mouth, and with the shadow of my hand I have covered you, to plant the heavens and lay the foundations of the earth, and to say to Zion, you are my people. Awake, awake yourselves. Rise up, O Yerushalayim, you who have drunk at the hand of Yahweh the cup of his wrath. You have drunk the dredge of the cup of reeling and draining it out. Of all the sons she bore, she has none to guide her. And of all the sons she has brought up, none is strengthening her hand. Both these are coming upon you. Who is sorry for you? Ruin and destruction, scarcity of food and sword. How shall I comfort you? Your sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets like a gazelle in a net. They are filled with the wrath of Yahweh, the rebuke of your Elohim. Therefore, please hear this, you afflicted and drunk, but not with wine. Thus said your master Yahweh, and your Elohim, who pleads the cause of his people. See, I shall take out of your hand the cup of reeling, the dregs of the cup of my wrath. Never again shall you drink it. And I shall put it into the hand of those who afflict you, who have said to your being, bow down and we pass over you. And you made your back like the ground and as the street to walk over. Awake, awake, put on your strength, O Zion. Put on your garments of splendor, O Yerushalayim, the set-apart city. For no more do the uncircumcised and the unclean come into you. Shake yourself from the dust, arise and sit down. O Yerushalayim, loose yourself from the bonds of your neck. Sorry. O captive daughter of Zion, for thus said Yahweh, you have been sold for naught, and you are redeemed not with silver. For thus said the Master Yahweh, at first my people went down into Mitzrayim to sojourn there, and Ashurah oppressed them without cause. And now, what have I here, declares Yahweh, that my people are taken away for naught? Those who rule over them make them wail, declares Yahweh, and my name is despised all day, continually. Therefore my people shall know my name in that day, for I am the one who is speaking. See, it is I. How pleasant upon the mountains are the feet of him who brings good news, who proclaims peace, who brings good news, who proclaims deliverance, who says to Zion, your Elohim reigns. The voice of your watchmen, they shall lift up their voices. Together they shout for joy, because eye to eye they see the return of Yahweh to Zion. Break forth into joy. Sing together, you waste places of Jerusalem, for Yahweh shall comfort his people. He shall redeem Jerusalem. Yahweh shall lay bare his set-apart arm in the eyes of all the nations, and all the ends of the earth shall see the deliverance of our Elohim. Turn aside, come out from there, touch not the unclean. Come out of her midst, be clean, you who bear the vessels of Yahweh. For you shall not come out in haste, nor go in flight. For Yahweh is going before you, and the Elohim of Israel is your rear guard. I love Isaiah. Now we are going to go to page 1183, 1 Peter. We're going to do chapter 1. We're going to skip the introduction from Kepha, but we'll pick it up in verse 3, and we'll go through verse 13. Blessed be the Elohim and Father of our Master Yeshua Messiah, who according to his great compassion has caused us to be born again to a living expectation through the resurrection of Yeshua Messiah from the dead, to an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled and unfading, having been kept in the heavens for you, who are protected by the power of Elohim through belief, for a deliverance ready to be revealed in the last time, in which you exult, even though for a little while, if need be, you have been grieved by manifold trials, in order that the proving of your belief, much more precious than gold, that perishes and proven by fire, might be found to result in praise and respect and esteem at the revelation of Yeshua Messiah, whom having not seen, you love, in whom you exult with unspeakable and esteemed joy, yet not seeing, but believing, obtaining the goal of your belief, a deliverance of lives. Concerning his deliverance, the prophets who sought out and searched out, prophesying concerning the favor for you, searching to know what or what sort of time the Spirit was in them, was pointed out concerning Messiah, when it was bearing witness beforehand the suffering of Messiah and the esteems that would follow, to whom it was revealed that they were serving not themselves, but you in those matters, which now have been announced to you through those who brought the good news to you by the set-apart Spirit sent from heaven, unto which messengers long to look into. Therefore, having girded up the loins of your mind, being sober, set your expectations perfectly upon the flavor that is to be brought to you by the revelation of Yeshua Messiah, as obedient children, not conforming yourselves to the former lusts of your ignorance. Instead, as the one who called you is set apart, so you also should become set apart in all behavior, because it has been written, set apart, be set apart, for I am set apart. And if you call on the Father, who without partiality judges according to each one's work, pass the time of your sojourning in fear. Well, it looks like I read a little bit further than I was supposed to, but that's okay. I don't mind. I always love the Father's word so much. Sometimes I just get carried away. Anyway, that is the Shoftim or Judges Torah portion for this week. I pray that you have an exceptional week. Stay cool and remember to always walk with Yah. Shalom.